That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back. We are back. That's right. Doing this marathon type of stream. Just a little bit. I'm gonna wait for my audience here to make it happen. Let's get it going. All right. So I just got back to my base. I just got back from a mission, and I had to reset my stream. But here we are, and I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and see what happens next. A cutscene ended up happening when I got to my base.
Didi, come back! Mitch, here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you've discovered a real diamond in the rough. With a little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
Didi, right? Hustler raising hounds. Fine.
Come on, Didi.
So, as you see, that cutscene wouldn't have happened if I never picked up the dog. But I did. And I got the dog. Now, I have a lot of blood on me. And I could leave it there and just become a hot mess. But it does affect me. So if, when I shower, it helps my stamina to be able to shoot better so I won't sway so much. I'm clean.
Boss, welcome home.
So now the cutscenes will definitely display clean snake. My footprints are there. And I'm on my base. Little by little, hopefully it gets built. Right now I gotta get some money up so I could open up different parts of this. I'm kind of just gonna open up anything at the moment and just go with the flow for now. And that's it. And now I'm gonna call in a helicopter, come scoop me up.
Roger.
And this is my base. In the future, it'll be bigger, better, badder. I can explore it. I can go anywhere on it. At the moment, it's under construction, as you can see. Later on, it becomes even bigger, and it is huge. So, other parts of this facility. This is one strut. This strut right here, the command center. But there definitely will be others being built. In the near future. So as you can see, it's pretty big. It's an internal side too, but it's just not developed yet. So there you go. That's my base for the moment. I colored it gray because I like gray. And yeah. All that is one strut out of a lot of struts that I can build. A lot of different struts, and they all have their own special, special reasons for having them.
Side ops
The
list
helicopter.
updated.
As requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, they may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items. Try it out the
Please
next time you're thinking of
specify
folding
project.
someone.
Just looking at a couple items. I don't need anything right now. So we're gonna go ahead and do one more mission.
Please select a mission.
Let's go with this one for now. Actually, nah. I'm gonna switch it up and get dramatic and make this exciting here.
Mission accept. Heading to Afghanistan.
I really don't like this sub, so I'm gonna switch to sub. Pistol's better. I'm just used to the pistol. I don't know. Don't judge me. Wait a minute. I should actually. I'm heading back. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Let's get ourselves a sniper here.
Please specify a project.
Ah, dang. Do I not have any snipers on this? There we go. Alright, so I have to develop this one in order to unlock the ones I want. This is the one I really want, but I don't have enough money for it just yet. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. And go on this mission here.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Okay, we're good to go.
Deploying.
Alright, first trivia question. Actually, I'm going to ask one. This is a tough one. Where did the origin of Lale Lule Lo come from? We're going to keep a track of this. I'm going to write it down on who answers it correctly. What is the origin? Why is it Lale Lule Lo? We know that it means the Patriots, but why does it mean that? What's the origin? It's a tough question.
Your mission is to rescue a prisoner being held at Lamar Khatib Palace. He's known as Malak, angel to his fellow Mujahideen. Start by checking the target's VI on your iDroid. The Soviets captured him and took him to the ruins of a
See how far along I can get past this guy while on my horse on the side of it. He really didn't notice me. That's pretty good, I would say.
You have arrived at your destination.
This is a tight quarters here. There's a lot of open area to get spotted. So, who knows what'll happen here. But I'm going to
You have
try to
arrived
keep it a
at your
little stealthy.
destination.
I'm not going to go too crazy about it, but I'll give it an effort. Kind of looking around to see if I see any prisoners. So the question I asked was, what is the origin of the Patriots? And like most players would think the origin, the origin of Lalailu stands for the Patriots. Which it does stand for the Patriots, but that wasn't the question. What Lalelo means, that's the answer for what Lalelu means. It means the Patriots, but that wasn't my question. So, actually, there's a guy up here I gotta take out before he, Hey, bro. Stay still. You kidding me, bro? Gotta shoot him in the face, that's why.
Prisoner has died.
Did they really just kill a prisoner? These little bastards. I gotta find where I can fault in this guy. So that wasn't the question. The question wasn't, what does Lalelulelo mean? Of course it means the Patriots. We know that. The origin of Lalelulelo. And it's a very difficult question here. And I had to make the first one very difficult because the only people here are people who've already won some prizes.
The target Malak was sent to a different outpost. I've sent the information to your map screen. You're gonna need more information to pinpoint a location.
The map has been updated.
No, no. Take this guy because he has binoculars on. Maybe he's useful. Maybe not, but I'm trying here. So yeah, so as I explain it,
He's coming too. Roger that.
I'm typing this in the chat right now. Okay, I'm headed to a different outpost, which is over here. which I'm going to. No, 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 no! Stop it, horsey. Is that prisoners?
Analysis
Nope, those are not
complete.
prisoners. Those are regular guys. Don't turn around. So I think they killed the prisoner that was in here.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Or not. He's still alive. Hopefully I hit him. Yeah, I did. Damn it. Don't come over here. Screw you.
Marker placed.
So I killed the rank here. I killed the S rank by getting spotted, but
Advanced
Suck ya.
extraction arrived at the mother base.
oh no.
Unit function added.
Let's
Enemy
try this.
presence detected. The
Let's
map
try
is in
this.
development project.
Walking on by, guys. Don't worry. It's just a horse riding by itself. Not just any horse. A horse dressed up like this. Ah. This guy's Googling Lale Lule Lo right now. Trying to get the answer. Wait a minute.
Enemy presence
Let me see
detected.
something.
The map has been updated.
Can I get in this river? Can I swim? I'm gonna go through the water.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Caution. Storm approaching.
Sure you want to go in on just a hunch?
Oh no. Bruh.
Please supplies requested.
Calling alarms on me and everything.
Enemy
Beautiful
presence
timing.
detected. The map has been
So
updated.
while we wait for this, I'm gonna play a tape and let you guys sit on that. We did all of this. And we can hear some of this.
Supply drop complete.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan.
Shirashka's hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with the type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Shirashka for forced R&D. The Shirashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Shirashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the
You gotta extract him.
special interrogation advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me.
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the
That
Afghans.
container's filled with raw materials. Looks like they're using those colored bands on the outside to tell the contents apart. Whatever's in them, they'll come in handy somehow for Diamond Dogs.
Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's greatest Shashka. What about that? Because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Shirashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves. By the time pronunciation and
Wow, so many caught. So many.
Shalashashka.
So half Gulag, half Hero Sword. It was a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
So that right there was the origin that I'll ask later about Ocelot. The origin of Ocelot. I just seen that. This guy's wearing a helmet. It's not helping me out. It's impossible, man. Really? Serious? Whoa. So the question I asked got answered. Took a while. When there's more people, everybody's gonna have only one chance to answer, or they'll lose their chance. So they want to answer correctly, so that they won't have to suffer from a loss. I'm out. Come on, horsey, let's go. Am I supposed to leave is the question now. Let's check out our map. We do our mission. Nope. Oh man, I extracted everybody except the guy I'm supposed to.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's still in there. This isn't good. This isn't good. Oh wow. Gonna wake this guy up. Come here, buddy. It's not what I wanted.
The map has been updated.
Woo. Gonna shut this off. This shuts off their communications. They can't call for backup anymore. I'm like way too casual when I'm playing today. Think he's in here? I don't see him. I don't think he's in here. Oh, look at him right here. That's him. Now, I can't get outside with all these crazy maniacs shooting at me with this prisoner. The origin of Ocelot, that wasn't the question. That's going to be in the future. But it wasn't about the origin. It was about the tape that I put on that talked about his origin, of something in his origin that I'm not going to say. But let's listen to some more tapes as I play.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. Whole deal. That's when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off. Somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was
There. That's the target.
in his absence. The political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you and her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to falter. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. In the end,
The time's to find the politics. When you grab their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
Badly wounded. We can rule out a full extraction. We'll just have to do it by chopper. Call the chopper from your iDroid box. Then carry the target to it.
you were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O., or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Siggin. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic
No!
during the operation.
They're gonna kill my hostage. Ah.
Ocelot from the Soviet.
You're gonna have to listen to those tapes again. Wow, dude.
Boss, the target's
Messing
dead.
around.
Mission
I
failed.
deserve that. I should play a lot more sneaky, a lot less careless, and just bang it out.
We need more detailed intel on the target's whereabouts. Why don't you see what the enemy has to say? Interrogate them. Yahoo supply outpost.
Mindstorm approaching.
It's within the target's predicted field of movement, but it's heavily guarded. You sure you want to go in on
Key
just a hunch?
supplies requested.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. Whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. Timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT 2 talks back then.
Maybe while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker, I heard it. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you and her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end,
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact.
You gotta extract him.
For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then,
He's coming too. Roger that.
no photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
His control, his creation, his power continue to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Внимание всем подразделениям! Отправить резервы на помощь! Повторяю! Отправить помощь! Конец связи! Штаб! Штаб! Обнаружен неустановленный вражеский боец! Атакуем! Прием!
What the hell? Oh my god. Yo! That was just ridiculous.
Boss! What happened? Boss!
Alright. I'm back. I'm sitting up. No more laying back. If you see my massage chair, you would know why sometimes I get sloppy. Woo!
We need more detailed intel on the target's whereabouts. Why don't you see what the enemy has to say? Interrogate Yamaohu supply outpost. It's within the target's predicted field of movement, but it's heavily guarded. You sure you want to go in on just a hunch?
I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm mad. What up, bro?
Whoa! Whoa!
You're dead. And you're next. What do you want? What do you want? Next. Come on, buddy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Over here. What are you doing?
Yeah!
Next. Next.
ЛКП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкрути врага. Конец связи.
Better run, little boy.
Bounced off. But at least it took that helmet with it.
Get up. What up, bro? Headshot. I can't even see you enough to take a headshot. Look at that. The other guy. This guy over here. What you thinking, bro? Sorry, buddy. What's going on with you right now? What? Nice. Come on. Come on out. Upset. Gonna get these prisoners out. We're gonna keep it moving, baby.
Clear shortly.
Alright, so we listened to those tapes. All these tapes have a lot to do with the story.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Seleniuyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America.
Lucky I got this.
1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of a legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish. To make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with a problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will. Until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles. Zero called it.
We parted ways. As did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with
There, that's the target. Badly wounded. We can rule out a Fulton extraction. We'll just have to do it by chopper. Call the chopper from your iDroid, boss. Then carry the target to it.
You left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network.
The target's safety is your top priority. Eliminate the threat.
Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The
Boss, you're just leaving the target.
further Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid.
I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast. Zero was its spine. But even without it, it's endured. Evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
So he's breaking down the story here of what happened, or didn't happen, or what you should think happened. Did I get this? I didn't get this travel. Alrighty. So what I'm doing right now, I cleared the base like a maniac. I was looking for something, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm gonna also call in a helicopter over here.
Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Which way do we go, George? This way. So the horse has my prisoner, and if I was in a battle, I could just leave the horse behind, and it'll follow me later.
Whoa, whoa!
Do we have time for one more tape? Let's find out. As a matter of fact, yeah, why not?
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslim Muslims have revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast and risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through
That's a medicinal plant called haoma, otherwise known as soma. People use it to make a sacred drink for religious ceremonies.
Wars become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes.
Target extracted. Exfiltrate the hot zone, boss.
And minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the...
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete,
So
boss.
anyway, guys, just as you've seen there, I pretty much play the tapes consistently as I play. That's the way to do it, so you can get the information as you play. It's a really good way to do it.
All right. Mission complete, boss.
Of course, I'm getting a
Maybe
bad
you'll
grade on
actually
this
break
one.
a
Probably
sweat
the worst
next
I've ever
time,
had
huh?
in my life. Unbelievable! I got an A. I felt like I did terrible, but it's okay. So yeah, so you play these cutscenes.
Boss, that target you extracted, Malik, is saying that he's never heard of our client. What's more, he says his village was destroyed long before he was ever taken prisoner. Apparently it fell victim to some sort of disease, then was completely burned to the ground. Malik was out on a mission at the time, and that's the reason why he alone survived. But the question is, who hired us to find him? According to Malik, he saw strange soldiers snooping around the village when he got back. Turns out they were members of Cypher's strike force, XOF. My theory is they wanted to get their hands on Malik to question or silence him before the Soviets could get to him. Cypher was just using us to cover things up. All that crap about Malik's relative was a front to convince us to retrieve him. But an entire colony just wiped off the map. It sounds a lot like the Hamid during the Honeybee incident. All I know, boss, is there's no way in hell I'm handing Malik over to Cypher. I've decided to bring him back to Mother Base instead. He's one of us now. We told the client through a cutout that the target was killed. For some reason, though, they still paid us everything we were owed. Cypher's obviously up to something, and this is probably just another preemptive cleanup operation to them. But to Malik, he lost his village, his family, everything, and he wants his revenge. In other words, he's one of us.
Yeah. So like I was saying, you know, you play the tapes. They're really difficult to just listen to and sit down and listen to. If you're playing the game, you can put the tapes on as you play and kind of just enjoy them organically.
Boss, we're finally ready to put together a combat unit. Staff assigned to the unit will be dispatched as mercenaries to conflict zones. That should guarantee us a stable source of income. MERT deployment allows you to send combat unit staff on relatively easy missions suited to the unit's level. There's little risk, but the rewards are low too. However, there are also contracts known as dispatch missions that offer a higher risk and reward. Give your orders to undertake these missions using your iDroid.
So this is a really great feature that I'll explain now as I go in there.
We've established a sick bay on the new medical platform. Staff who come back with wounds, diseases, or PTSD can be treated there. If we need any other platforms, feel free to issue the construction order from your iDroid. Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men, our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
All these guys volunteered to be on my unit. These guys that I actually personally extracted. I'm gonna skip them. But let's get into our base here, and then I'm gonna do a couple things.
Side ops lit.
We're gonna go into the Merc deployment here first off, because this game is actually showcasing it right now. It's trying to tell us what it is, and I'm gonna.
Members of the intel team are on the ground. Their reports will be reflected as predicted enemy fields of movement on your iDroid's map. The higher the team's level, the more accurate and frequent their reports will become. Be sure to take advantage of them.
Okay, so right now you're looking at combat deployment. What is combat deployment? Well,
Please
you have an
select a
army,
mission.
and you're gonna use that army. How do you use that army? Well, all of these missions here are specifically for your army. You don't take part in them. You don't even get to see them. You just send out your soldiers. The way it works, I'm gonna pick one so you can see more or less. I don't have anybody in my combat unit just yet. Oh, thanks. So I'm still developing my combat unit. Let's go back over here and check out my facilities. Combat unit is pretty much still under development. All of these are still under development. But we'll get into that. It's pretty cool. Just to talk about it for a second, since I can't do it right now. Each
Please
mission
select a
has a
mission.
purpose. So for example, let's see. This one gathers medicinal plants, which will help me in the long run to create a whole bunch of different things. Destroy enemy storage sheds, right? So now I'm gonna send them out to go destroy sheds. They're gonna kill the supply of helmets in a certain area. And that's a mission I can send them on, and they'll do that for me. And then when I'm in that area, I won't have to deal with soldiers with helmets on. So that's the variety and awesomeness of this game. I'm gonna go to Mother Base just to hang out and
Please
hope
select
that I
a
get a
landing
cutscene.
zone. Heading
Because
to
cutscenes
Mother
just
Base.
pop up. So I'm pretty sure since I just started this game, something will pop up. Hopefully something really awesome. Might just be something simple. If nothing pops up, then hey, it is what it is. But usually, you know, you can get a bunch of different unlocks and story development through jumping into your Mother Base.
Again.
Paying homage to Part
You
3.
see that in the movies? That's an automatic. Don't bother trying to dampen the recoil. You do that with a revolver. We Diamond Dogs are now a force to be reckoned with. We've got the world's attention. We're not some tribal militia. So don't act like one. You will learn how a real soldier fights. You will forget everything Hollywood taught you. And if I catch you doing something else, you'll know. engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. There was some fancy shooting. Pretty good.
That was some Snake Eater homage there. See, so this cutscene popped up just because I came to my base and it happened. If I never came to my base and I finished like 100 missions, I probably won't be able to. Don't leave me. So yeah, so this base still has a lot of work to do. But I'm gonna see if I can travel to the next place, which you can see from here. I won't even show you. Get into the box. That's travel, baby. Let's see where we can go.
Please select a
We can head to the
delivery
medical
point.
field. We're gonna head over there, even though it's not developed either. It's still very early, and it's still. You're gonna see how big this base can get later as I play this. I'm actually gonna play a tape. Keep reminding you guys you can listen to tapes while you're doing things.
This war, the Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters,
The pipes, huh? They're strong enough. Could make for a nice shortcut.
which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad. That doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasy Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there. They fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
So right now I just found a door that I'm gonna go in and see what's going on here. It's a very special situation here, very spoiler heavy, but nothing really too tremendous is gonna be spoiled, but the beginning of the spoiling. And let's see if this place opens up. Nope. Under construction. Maybe another day. Can I jump down all the way without dying? Negative. Very good. Alright, I'm gonna do this practice round. Let's go for it. It's pretty easy. One of the easiest ones. all I have is a handgun. I could have finished this a lot faster if I had an automatic. Probably wanted to wait. Last ones. I don't see the last ones. Oh wow. Look at them right here.
Side ops list updated.
I seen that, I was just playing. I'm just playing. Alright, so there we go. We saw a cutscene. Again, the cutscenes get compact. There's so many of them.
Roger.
And they just happen organically, depending on what you do or what you don't do in the cutscene.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
My phone is taking forever to charge right now. So what is going on, stream?
Boss, good news from the support unit. They can now deliver support strikes to our areas of operation. Use your iDroid to designate a location for a strike. Just make sure you're not in the kill zone. I'd hate to tell the men they blew up the boss. After you've called in a strike, move away from the target location immediately. Also, like supply drops, strikes cost GMP. So once you don't put us in the red, remember what our real objective is.
That's what I want right there. Oh no, that's not what I want. What do I want? I want a nice stun gun. Sheesh, there isn't one right now? What's going on? Yeah, gotta unlock it later, I guess. Yeah, they unlock later. So many items and weapons. I mean, like, look.
Please specify a project.
Get a bunch of customization gears. You have all different types of arms. They have all different abilities. Really, really powerful stuff. Then you have your in-scope that enhances. Even your iDroid. You can upgrade your Fultons, which I'm going to do right now. I'm trying to get all the way up to the max. This guy's next. I don't have enough. So the way this works, just RPG style, it's pretty simple. You're basically upgrading your base by recruiting soldiers and getting the best soldiers. And what that does is gives you the chance to have a good R&D team or a support unit. And as you can see, the weapons require a certain level. Right now these need 18 for R&D and 16 for support unit, and I'm not up there yet, so I gotta go ahead and upgrade my guys and just keep recruiting guys while I play missions. That's the only way and the best way to do that.
Please select a mission.
Alright, so now it's looking like I'm gonna go ahead and head to back up, back down. Which one is this? Destroying vehicles. Pretty easy. I don't think I'm ready for it. Actually, I need to go ahead and develop a rocket if possible.
Please express a plant expansion complete.
Anything. I want one of these.
Please select a mission.
Let's see what this one's about.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
So
This mission has two objectives. Eliminate the Colonel scheduled to take up a post at Smasi Fort and stop the deployment of his tank unit. Your first move should be to head to Sakai village and search for the Colonel and his deployment plans.
get on this sucker and just shoot everything. I can do that mission like that. I can do this mission like that. If I want. Check out the Android.
Be careful down there, boss.
Boss, to take out enemy combat vehicles, you'll want to use explosive weaponry. Missiles, grenades,
You have
placed
arrived
explosives.
at your destination.
If you haven't developed these yet, use your iDroid to give the order. Choose
Enemy
your weapon
presence
according to the
detected.
situation.
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Head over here real quick. No problem. I feel really bad that I went and killed off like 20 people in that last mission. That's called frustration, my friend. Normally I don't play that way, but it is a fun way to play. You can get real crazy in there and use all these items and really go berserk. What the heck?
Analysis
There's no vision
complete.
goggles. Alright, buddy. I'm going in here. I'm just gonna stay in here. Nah. Can't get up. Gotta go around. Oh my Jesus. I did not see that guy. This guy. And this guy. Nope, nope, nope. Don't do it. Don't do it, bruh. Whatever, bro. Just putting everybody to bed. I don't really care. I'm gonna go in here and see if I can find something. Oh, look at tape. And then the eliminated tape? I'm gonna put a C4 on this thing. Just so that if they catch me, I'm gonna blow it up so that that way they can't call for backup. And I'm gonna
Plant expansion
go ahead and
complete.
bolt in this guy right out in the street right here. Nobody. Now I got 23 Fulton that I can use, which is a lot. And I'm gonna start using them because I want to build my base. I have enough soldiers to do everything I need.
Okay, subject is in.
And yeah,
You gotta extract him.
this guy too. Wait, let me wake him up. I need some information. Gathering intel here. There you go. You tell me where the
The
operation
map has
room
been
is.
updated.
Which is right up there. I was gonna head up there sooner or later. Go up this way.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
Not arrived. What are you talking about, Willis? This ain't it. No door there. I can hold up, guys. Don't tell him to spit out his information. His buddy just see me.
The map has been updated.
Soviet tank. If you
Damn it.
Всем боевым группам, это КП.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Все выводи из приготовиться к бою.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Boss, leave the intel files till later. The enemy's on combat alert. He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
This controller's killing me, man. But I gotta get my other controller in my luggage bag. I still haven't unpacked from coming out. I came home last night, late last night. Went out of town for a week. And that mean I didn't have any time for media, man. Even now I'm streaming for this charity and stuff, but of course it's for me, I'm not gonna act. But I didn't unpack yet, you know, unwind. I did. Yeah, so where they at? This bastard. I'm about to kill that guy. terrible
What
right
happened?
there.
Boss!
So the question I'm getting right now is, how many items can you carry? Well, you get 2 primaries at a time. You get a whole lot of support items you can place in all these slots. You get even more, just the same amount of items in here. And believe me, you're gonna need them. And then you get these 2 spots. What's really cool is, for example, I'm gonna go to
Plant
supply. I'm gonna ask
expansion
for a weapon,
complete.
and I'm gonna say, hey, look, I don't want this silence. I mean, I don't want this tranquilizer. Let me get this gun, and I'll select it right now, and then I'll ask them to drop it off. So in the middle of the battlefield, I can switch all of these items to whatever, you know, I might need or want. So that's really cool. But I don't need that right now. I just need to stop being so terrible right now. I think just because it's late, and I was expecting to get off at 12, and it's already 4 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't going to continue streaming, actually, and I got encouraged to. I said, oh, why not, man? Much love and respect for the person who said, hey, man, I'm hosting you. And it was Konami. Somebody from Konami. So that made me say, well, let me go ahead and continue. I thought the event was going to be just a 12-hour event, but he said, keep going, man. So I'm like, cool. Definitely. See, so now that I'm redoing the mission, right? So now that I know where the intel is, I'm not even gonna interrogate somebody for it. I'm just gonna head straight to it without having to interrogate them, because now I know.
He's coming too.
Well,
Roger
you can
that.
interrogate people for information, and they'll be able to help you along the way.
Эй, смотри!
You, Patri. Did he call me a Patri? He's Patri, you know, that's probably like a disrespectful term, man. He's trying to say to me, man. Come on, man. I knew that was gonna happen, so I let it happen. I'm put in bed. I'm going here. Grab this guy. I didn't know this was gonna happen. As I said, I'm casually playing. I'm not going too crazy. Just going with the flow right now. I love questions. Ask any questions. I'm happy to answer them at all times when it comes to Metal Gear. It's my favorite series, favorite game.
Intel file extraction arrived at Mother Base. Mission info has been updated.
This guy with his nightmare goggles.
That document you just got is the deployment plans for the Smasi Fort reinforcements. According to the plans, the Colonel is supposed to join up with a tank unit of Waksin Barracks and then proceed to Smasi Fort. Those tanks being on the move doesn't make things easy. Hurry, boss. I've sent the tank unit's route to your iDroid.
Okay. So the tank unit actually passes right by where I'm at. So I'm thinking of actually taking control of this area and using that AA gun and killing off plant some C4
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
all the way down there where the tanks will go by. See what we can do as far as so we're gonna have 2 here,
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
and then I'm gonna
Development project
run up
has been added.
and do another one somewhere over here. That way can try to light these guys up.
Please select a drop point.
They're
Supplies
coming
requested.
right now, so I gotta start heading back up. So I called for a supply drop also so that
Enemy
I can
presence detected. The map has been
get
updated.
some more, but by the time they make it, it's not gonna look good right now. I don't think I'm gonna have a good shot here.
Supply drop complete.
Ready?
Контакт, это Дмитрий 3. Был взрыв! Ущерб неизвестен! Прием! Это КП, понял. Возможно, это вражеское нападение. Всем быть начеку. Конец связи.
So that tank didn't blow up with that. Now I gotta try to do another one before it
КП, это Дмитрий 9. Атакуют с неизвестной позиции! Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкройте врага. Конец связи.
hopefully that works. If it doesn't, do another one. Damn it, I'm stuck on this rock.
That's the way.
Now I'm still
Just one tank left.
trying to get this last tank and I don't have any
Please
ammunition for
select
it
a
right now.
drop point.
So I'm hoping it doesn't
Supplies requested.
leave anytime soon. If it does, I'm screwed, which it is. And I don't have anything for it. Hopefully the C4 can come and let me finish the job. Don't move, don't move.
Supply drop complete.
So now the supply drops can drop faster if I have a better supply unit. But since I don't right now, actually I got a good idea. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Damn it, it still didn't blow.
Good work.
Mission info has been updated.
Ah. I'm down, buddy.
Caution.
Now get out of there.
Storm approaching.
Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Analysis complete.
I'll keep him. Even though he's a terrible soldier. Gotta keep somebody, right? So now instead of leaving, which I could do and get a good rank here for completing this well ahead of the time, we're gonna go ahead and check out a couple
He's coming too.
tapes.
Roger that.
Just to hear the tapes. While I
I had the
recruit some
R&D
soldiers.
team analyze the honeybee. How? The CIA wanted it with everything intact. They took it apart to look at it. Then they put it back together. Everything intact. That's the R&D boys, all right. Turns out the honeybee's homing capabilities are a cut above previous manpads. It can detect a broad range of infrared wavelengths and even ultraviolet for supplementary guidance. Hence the name, huh? Right. Honeybees rely on UV light to fly. With this device, flares don't do the target any good. That's why the Soviets are losing so many gunships. And why the CIA was so desperate to get it back. It wasn't just about preventing the Soviets from devising countermeasures. What if the likes of Iran got their hands on it? American aircraft would be put at risk too. We can use this tech to develop our own portable missile. That'll give us a huge advantage. It'll take a little time before the analysis results can be applied to actual implementation. But we'll keep moving with the research.
The weather
I don't even remember putting these guys to sleep. That's a long time ago. Just gonna take all of them. I don't even need the intel files, as you can see.
You gotta extract him.
See, I'm kind of ordering right now. And I'm letting Reflex play the game for me because I'm just casually playing today. But I'm recruiting everybody. I should actually do nothing but stealth and play official tomorrow or another day. So that, because I mean, I'm going to have to play these missions again. The way I'm playing right now, I'm not getting S ranks, so I'm going to have to play the missions again to complete this. Though I want to just casually play, chilling. I don't know if it's the right idea when it comes to my stats and all that.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the Zero line that day, the Afghan side. On our way back from training Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls.
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. But one by one, their voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there. When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alone?
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Alrighty, well, there it is. Another mission complete. I got an A for a terrible mission. I don't know how I keep getting A's. I don't like killing people. I feel like I shouldn't get an A or a B for any of those type of things. But that's just me.
Side ops list updated.
A certain scientist has contacted us, wanting to defect from the East. His name is Emmerich. That's right. The man we knew as Huey. We suspect he was complicit in the attack on Mother Base 9 years ago. He was working with Cypher. I've been waiting a long time for this. So I say, let's help Emmerich defect. Once he's here, we can sit down and catch up on old times. Emmerich is currently at Serac Power Plant. This is our chance. Boss, head for the power plant.
So this mission, just to break it down, is a side mission. When you complete a side mission, you don't get to replay it. The fact that they put this mission on a side mission and you don't get to play it is a display of the Phantom Pain. You really feel the Phantom Pain because you can't play this mission. It's an awesome mission. It is. I like it. And I'm
Please
still not even
select a
done here
mission.
with all my other missions. But yeah, so we've been at it all day here.
Please select a mission.
I'm gonna get me a break and get me some food so I can play. I'm gonna continue to listen to the tapes as I go. I know it's like, dude, really? The tapes are like my break time. So, yeah.
When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner, but they had other motives. Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan. That's why they had Paz steal Zeke. Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us. We stopped the launch. And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive? I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this. What do you mean? We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with. We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails. Kaz, you... What? I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time. That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors. And if we lose again? They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick. Hewick? Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency. Cause that's... Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls.
Enemy
That's our
presence
deterrent when we need it.
The map
Networking.
has been updated.
In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero Line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime real estate for a mercenary.
Exactly. Latin America isn't as close as I'd like, but we have Amanda and her people to help in that department. And besides, the Seychelles government owes us a favor.
Owes us.
The Seychelles has strong ties to the east, which the West wanted to shake up. It came to a head 3 years ago in an attempted coup. It was a force of South African mercenaries with U.S. backing behind the scenes. They were only platoon size, but South Africa is home to some heavy PFs, too much for the Seychelles to handle. In the end, they accepted help from the Tanzanian army and quelled the coup. We set up the deal and handled on-site tactical instruction. That led to some training work for the Seychelles military. And when we put down a mutiny within their forces, well, we made a lot of people happy. They don't pay us. They just let us have a piece of their offshore territory on the promise we'll come running if something else happens.
So we're bodyguards, too.
It's a good setup. We can only take Mother Base so far here. We'll have to find somewhere else when this place starts getting big.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
Nothing hasty about it. You're back with us now.
So, Kaz, the ship that took us from Cyprus, it used to be a whaler.
Yeah, a Japanese vessel. How was the voyage?
It was... stimulating.
Well, she was part of a whaling fleet up until a few years ago. Her displacement isn't anything to write home about, but she can really move. She still had plenty of life left in her, but then the work dried up. Global opposition to whaling has been mounting for years.
Is that right?
The push to ban it has been gaining traction for a little over a decade. Individual species came under protection as the years went on. And then 2 years ago, the IWC adopted a moratorium on commercial whaling. Several countries, including Japan, fought it to the bitter end. But eventually, most whaling companies had no choice but to throw in the towel. You ever tried whale snake?
Can't say that I have.
When I was a kid in Japan, practically everybody ate it.
That good, huh?
The country was poor in those days, and whale was cheap. International opinions changed since then. In any case, that's why we were able to get a bargain price on the ship. Of course, we did end up spending 5 times the purchase price in modifications. We had to really work to fit in all the ESM and communications gear while keeping the whaler look intact. Right now, she's going around conducting SIGINT missions. In the future, we plan to use her as a communications relay base between you and Mother Base, and also as a chopper resupply vessel. Diamond Dogs. The word diamond originally comes from the Greek adamas. It means indomitable, unyielding. Other words for the stones often mean eternal bond, fortitude, or purity. The same is true of the Star of Bethlehem flowers you laid on the boss's grave. They represent innocence, as well as chastity, yielding to no man while maintaining one's virtue. In other words, staying loyal to something.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they've modeled themselves after us.
They're a far cry from the likes of us.
But why? 9 years ago, we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state.
Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in.
So why are they giving these PFs free reign?
That's our fault, too.
What do you mean?
What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away.
But still.
I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations, and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us, an extraterritorial federation of military nations, the United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
How do you figure?
Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you, the legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're Big Boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only Big Boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us.
The weather will clear shortly.
The one and only Big Boss. Alright, man. So, I'm not sure where we at. Did I complete this mission already? Yes, I did. Now, I'm gonna get back on this helicopter right behind me.
Support helicopter requested.
And move forward. Now, since I'm trying not to spoil this game and I'm playing it organically here, more or less, there are things you can do to skip getting on a helicopter. So let's say I'm in free roam like I am now. I can go ahead and hit return to ACC, which is my helicopter, and I can return. But it'll tell me that I'll lose all my progression. If I'm in a mission, I don't want to do this unless I don't care about the mission and I just want to get on the helicopter. But if I'm free roaming like right now, I could have done that and got on the helicopter. But I'm just going to call it instead, just for the cinematic scene of it, and move forward. if you're still watching with me, man, God bless you. I am not a typical streamer. I kind of play by my own rules, kind of just freelance my style, and instead of responding to everybody on my stream, I tend to type to them. Sometimes I'll answer them without kind of making it sound like I'm just saying stuff on the stream, but really I'm answering a question to somebody on chat. So with that said, this map here, we're in Afghanistan at the moment. I'm gonna go into missions.
Please select a mission.
Right now it's Afghanistan. But, spoiler alert, there will be another area outside of Afghanistan. It's such a big place. Like, I'm in this small spot here, but there's all of this, 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 all the way up in here, and right here, this is the space for Afghanistan itself. Like my helicopter, is actually the colors of the PlayStation 4 for the Metal Gear version. Anyway, I'm out of here. So another thing, while I'm on this helicopter, it's happening in real time. Go outside and look around this way. You can grab this, start shooting people. There's nobody to kill on this side. Just the other side. There's some base out here. I can go ahead and do that until I close the door, which I can do, and then that's when it becomes a loading screen, and we go forward. So it's not like that's just one cutscene. This is really organic here. I'm gonna go to Mother Base for no reason.
Please select a landing zone.
And see what happens.
Heading to Mother Base.
See what happens. So yeah, so far so good. We've been playing for a couple hours. We got into Phantom Pain immensely. I'm eating at the moment. I'm gonna try to keep it entertaining as I eat.
See that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon he'll be... No! Stay! Stay! Didi! Go! Maybe not yet. But soon. Soon.
So there's another cutscene. Organically happened. It's not timed like, oh, well, you beat this mission and that'll happen. No, it's just organically happened throughout the game. Like I said, I probably could have never picked up the puppy here. Could play the whole game without the puppy. But I picked it up, and now it's a part of my story. And that's a great element in this game. And I think it's awesome. Now, I'm going to show you the scale of the base. Before I do, let me make sure I'm going to the right one yet. We're going to medical real quick. But before I go to medical, actually, let me go ahead and see if I can develop anything here. I don't have enough. So actually,
Commencing
I'm going to
platform
reconstruct
construction.
this base right here. I just put it to reconstruct. Look at what it looks like right now. It has all this construction covers at the moment. So now we're going to head to one other strut. This right here is the command strut. We're going to go ahead to the medical, which is all the way over there. So now this is a space I fast traveled last time to get there. And I'm just going to just walk. I'm going to drive over there. As you see, that's the strut that I'm in now. Each strut is its own reason behind it. This is the command center, which is basically the #1 center for everything. And then I'm going to the medical where they treat our wounded soldiers. They give us tranquilizer bullets. They give us a whole bunch of different parts that the medical team does for us. And this is how long and far this is. If you ever heard about FOBs, it's a feature in this game that'll come out later on. I'm not going to spoil it if you don't. But it has to do with the bases, and it has to do with other players invading your base and you invading other players' base. So it's important to build this base not only for the story progression, but also for... Is this not the medical? I went to the wrong spot. I really just went to the wrong spot. Man, I tell you. Well, I'm actually in the R&D unit. Oh, that's good. R&D unit is good. So I'm going here to fast travel, but not just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and go down. Let me take a shower, clean off all this gook. I always shower after a cutscene. That's not good. I want to make my cutscenes look dope. I don't. Yeah, I took that risk. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. So I'm headed down here because I know that there's a place which I haven't developed yet. All these spaces you can enter in, most of them, not all of them, most of these facilities. There's an internal section. Of course, there's this internal section too, where I'll build. Also, by the way, my soldiers are respectful of me.
Thanks for that, boss.
And if I fight with them and stuff, I can build their morale, I can build their skills just by being around them. As you see, this is a big facility. Huge, actually. There's a lot of things I can do, a lot of places I can go. As you can see, I'm kind of doing this little workaround to get to where I want to go. Oh, there's nowhere I want to go right now. Anyway, so let me go this way. So it's a little bit of a maze, but if you're invading somebody's base and you're doing this, then you're making something happen, man. So there. So now I'm gonna head to the top to see what I can find. Top. Just taking me forever. Later on, there's going to be a big reason to come up here, which I won't spoil. But since this is the beginning, you're going to get to see the empty spaces and see just the environment without seeing any spoilers. Let me go down this way, so I'm going to jump. Oops, wrong way.
Give us a development order, boss.
Asking for orders. Bro, leave me alone, man. I'm not here to work. I'm hanging out. So there we go.
Please select a
So that
delivery
is a
point. Unit function added.
unit there.
Development project.
Moving. Fast travel. Calling my helicopter.
Roger.
Finish my food.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
show you some of the parts. Now the helicopter is like your command center also. It's like the number one place where you can do every single thing in the game. All the options are open when you're on the helicopter, so and it's the easiest way to get out of a mission. Like, you just call a helicopter and you can easily just run out the mission like I've been doing for some of the missions. Run out of the hot zones. Or you can do it the way I'm doing it here. You don't have enough money yet. I'm gonna features are offline. Alright, so
Please select a mission. Please select a mission.
A lot of vehicles destroyed. I'm not gonna do that mission just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this very special mission. Very special. And we'll see how it goes from there.
Please select a landing zone.
Wait a minute. This is where my mission is. And I don't have nowhere to spawn close by. Ah. I guess I'll go here.
Heading to Afghanistan.
This is a side mission. Not a main mission. I'm gonna change up this buddy of mine and put something regular. Oh no, let's try this one out. Nah, let's go with the battle dress. Make him look fresh. And I'm gonna change my outfit too, because it doesn't look like I'm. Let's try that out. Naked Snake. We're gonna go stealthy today. And let's get it going.
Deploying.
So, right now we're gonna go pick up somebody from the past. He was in the previous game. He was in the name of the game is called Peace Walker. That whole game, you develop relationship with him, and then in Ground Zeroes, the game that introduces the Phantom Pain, he really becomes a mysterious guy who possibly was the one who made your life hell and turned you into a demon.
Boss, this is important. We've reports of a cracked sniper at large in the Afghan wilderness. The Soviets call this sniper Tichy. Quiet. There are never any sightings, and only corpses are left behind. The Soviets have already lost a number of officers. You'd, best watch your step.
There's no other way.
Be careful down there, boss.
Here you go. Damn sheep. Where do you think you're going? See you later, buddy. So I'm getting sheep for animal conservation. Yes. Let me just throw all these birds and everything. You have to collect many animals if you want to truly beat this game. And you gotta pick up these rocks on the floor. Just playing. Before somebody believes me, let me chill out. You know, if I sometimes I feel like I'm only playing this game when I'm 100% like dedicated to playing it the way I normally play. Right now you're seeing a casual me, and I have fun with it. But you know what? Thinking about the stream, dude. This seriously, I can't shoot it. I personally have fun with it. I enjoy it playing this way. I'm just enjoying the environment, looking around. Look at the night. Look how the stars. Can you really see that? Look how the moon looks. It's pretty amazing, if you ask me. But I just like to just chill. You know? So we're going this way. We're gonna take a stop right there, because I said so. And hopefully we run into some more wild animals. Something rare though. I don't want to have to face the sheep again and again. Couple guys.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I'm gonna go right at him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Whoa, whoa!
I'm just gonna start shooting them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Did I miss them? Might have missed this guy because he's behind a pole. Can't believe I missed this guy. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice and clean headshot. Oh no. That's fine. You kidding me? What? Oh, I didn't even notice that guy.
Guard post captured.
I'm recruiting everybody because I'm not too high ranked yet. Halfway through the game, you start picking up the most skill. You don't really need
Golden Crescent. It's a type of medicinal plant.
everybody.
We can use that to
But,
make
I
tranquilizer
like to
rounds
get
more
everybody.
potent.
I'm a big boss. And then you just throw some guys because you like it.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You definitely want to pick up these resources. They're really good for you. These resources are everything. Especially when you get higher rank, you're going to need them so bad. You're going to be like,
gotta
whoa,
extract him."
man, why did I not get it? Even little things like this can help. But, yeah. Speaking of that, what can I develop here? What do we like that we
Please
think we need?
specify a project.
I want to keep developing this, but I don't have enough R&D for that. Just like I don't have enough R&D for any of these. Let's check this shoddy. This sniper. Such a sniper. I still haven't developed enough for that. I think we're good. I think I'll survive. I really like this though. I'm gonna put this one up. Why not?
Please select supplies
Fine,
requested.
drop. That's a decoy, which is really cool. I'm gonna display
Please
that
specify a
right
project.
now. What is going on? What is going on, Mr. I don't know what to call you, Mr. On. Hey, On. Anbas. I'm gonna call you Anbas. I wouldn't know how to say that name.
Supply drop
Apologies.
complete.
Legitimately don't know how to say that name. So, what is this? Oh, this one talks. I don't have enough to develop that yet.
Clouds approaching.
I don't have any of that yet. And we're just gonna keep going forward. Like I said, any questions, requests, I'm more than happy to enjoy. I'm gonna try to be a better streamer. You know, people try to be better people. Not me. I just want to be a better streamer. I think I'm a pretty good person. I think my streaming, sometimes I lack the communication with the chat. And it's not on purpose. It's really not on purpose. Sometimes I just don't look at the chat. I used to do that a lot, but now I do. And pay attention, say hi to you guys, chat for a second, and do my commentary. I kind of do commentary for my YouTube because this goes on YouTube often. Fami's been here since the beginning, Mr. On, so you can ask him any questions. Basically, I'm doing a marathon here for this game, and throughout the marathon, I'm going to be asking a bunch of questions. Each question will be written down with the person who answered it right, and I actually making a new rule here. The best of 5. Whoever gets to 5 first wins prizes. We have a very rare item that I don't want to say what it is, but it's the rarest item. You can't buy it in a store ever, and it's something to do with Kojima himself. And then you have full game codes that I'm more than happy to give out for Metal Gear Solid V, the definitive edition. And yeah, so I'm gonna be, you know, hooking it up, man, hooking it up. Sorry I took that long delay to talk. I don't know what's wrong with me. So we're gonna call a supply
Please
drop,
supplies requested.
and also we're gonna put on a tape. And listening to the tapes and listening to some of the stuff I hint can help you win the prize. So
We were lucky to get our hands on that cyborg arm developer. There's no one in Diamond Dogs who can so much as maintain that thing.
Bionic arm, not cyborg, if you go by what he calls it. But you're right, the East is light years ahead in bionics. They can even detect through the skin the slight electrical signals from the brain that order muscles to move. The Soviet Union completed their first bionic arm capable of doing that back in the 60s. Although I guess that news didn't really reach the West.
No kidding. Zadornov's was the only one I ever saw. Quite a shock to see it for the first time.
And it was no mean feat to get hold of Snake's arm. I couldn't get one for you at the time, but you know, now...
Forget it. I've no intention of relying on bionics. Right now I need to keep the pain fresh in my mind.
Well, it's your decision. But don't you find it inconvenient?
Not a bit. But the phantom pain, it never lets up. Do you know how many men I saw die that day? There's nothing we can do to bring them back. And you expect me to care about getting a measly arm and leg back? Sorry. But my pain belongs to all our dead comrades. I'll keep living with it for their sake. It'll guide me straight and true until I've gotten them the vengeance they deserve.
Marker removed.
Millers are really suffering here. Alright, so we're about to get into it. I selected a side mission over here to make contact with Emmerich, right? That's my side mission. But I had to get in through this area. That's all I gotta say.
Sniper, where?
She's gonna die today.
Boss, you okay?
Of course.
Could it be that sniper? Quiet. Quiet. Our silent assassin. Where's the sniping point? Boss, focus on your objective. You need to make contact with Emmerich. Get out of that sniper's kill zone and head to Serac power plant.
Ow. So, what's cool about this is that this...
The enemy sniper just disappeared. Zero visibility. If you can't mark him, you don't stand a chance. Stay sharp.
What's great about this is that you can beat her in many different ways. There's not one way to beat her, and that's what makes it so special. You know, this whole game is like that, but this mission too. Some really funny and crazy ways. I can do the way I'm doing it now, and just snipe. And just snipe her, and hopefully win. She's so fast, it's pretty crazy. Something? Oh, there she goes. Oh, there she went. Mark her and shoot her. What's up, lady? Where you at? So now, she is. Pretty easy. This is a normal way to do it, but then there's like 8, 10 different ways you can go ahead and defeat her. All really different, all really fun. It's a really great experience, actually. I keep track of her because of that dust. I think she went in here. How could I get her? She's making me move. Just stay behind cover because her shots are really deadly. Oh, maybe she's not even in there. I'm thinking she is. Oh no, she isn't. Oh. Almost got me too. Oh. Not happening, lady. What you playing? Where is she? Oh, I see her. Damn, she's on a tight squeeze. Nice. Can I hit her? I'm gonna find out. Oh, I missed. Don't hit me again. Got me pretty good there. Now it's gonna be really hard to track her. I'm gonna pull up just a little bit. See the dust kicking in. Like she's literally right in front of me. Let's see what she wants. just a standard way to beat her. The first time I played this, I was trying to CQC her, kept failing, and I just was going crazy, man, doing all types of wild things. I don't have to do what I'm gonna do in this game either. I could just leave and continue my mission. Where is she? She's not here. Let her spot me. Hide behind something. Oh no, don't shoot. Okay. So, the shot was from somewhere over here. Let's see. No, no.
Look out, boss. Take cover. There's a laser sight trained on your head.
Just cooling off right now. Let's see where she is. I'm guessing she's on the right side of the map. Couldn't be fooled, but pretty sure she's on the right side. What is this thing? Oh, it's just a road wall.
Extraction arrived at
With those
Metabase.
abilities of hers. No doubt about it. She has to be one of the Skulls. Now move in and finish your boss. She's working for Cypher.
Quiet
Map
is a
has
valuable
been
source of
updated.
information, boss. There's no need to kill her. Think carefully. This is your decision.
So this next part is very cool, watching Miller and Ocelot go at it, and the player gets to decide what he does here. Does he kill her or does he not? I have never killed Quiet. I have never killed her to this day. So, should I kill her? That's the question. For the first time.
The female sniper. Quiet. Cypher's assassin. Finish her. She's one of the Skulls. Hurry up and kill her.
No. Killing her would be a waste. Bring her back here.
Boss.
Boss!
Got a decision to make, and I didn't do it. just saved her. She was gonna kill herself.
Support helicopter
You're not
requested.
thinking of bringing her back here, are you? She works for Cypher.
Still kill her.
We don't even know the extent of her abilities. She is not setting foot on this base.
Good word, boss. Can't believe you took her down alive. Now bring her back here. Let's find out what she really is.
This is too dangerous. Kill her. Don't bring her to our home.
This is the boss's decision. I'll send the extraction chopper.
Boss, you know I've always got your back. But if you bring her here, I'll just have her killed.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Clouds approaching.
Don't have to take her. Last thing. I'm gonna take her.
Boss, no.
Mission info has been
Gaining
updated.
altitude.
Buddy departing area of operations.
So these next cutscenes are really awesome.
Departing.
Enjoy. Turn my mic off for a little while.
Slipped the line, huh? Shame. She's one of a kind.
Fine by me. We don't need her type. Boss, we need to talk. Get back to base. Everything else can wait.
Yeah, man. That was easy. S rank. An easy S rank, for sure. But it is not over yet, Snake. This is just the beginning, and we're not even like, I think we're like maybe a quarter in to the game.
The NGO that asked us to rescue wild animals isn't ready to take them in yet. So we had no choice but to build an animal conservation platform. The NGO said they'll cover all expenses, including the day-to-day housing and feeding costs. If you're interested, take a chopper over and have a look.
Chopper. Load up the chopper. Here we are, guys. Some more awesome stuff happening. This is such a great scene here. You gotta love this.
Confirm. One bogey on our 6. Steady at .4 miles. It's tailing us.
Don't lead it back to Mother Base.
Roger. We'll shake it off.
Cover!
Thermals! Clear. Seize her. Fire! Miller! She saved the boss.
She was saving herself. Fire! Put her in the cell.
Boss!
Keep an eye on her.
Right. Take her away. What are you waiting for? Move!
Boss, you are going to regret this. That woman...
I know. She knows our location. Either way, one of these days we're gonna have to kill her. But now is not the time. When the time comes, I'll pull the trigger.
Now that is a cutscene, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome stuff.
Boss, about the sniper you extracted, quiet. We set up a cell for her on the medical platform. The medical team is looking into her abilities. I'll let you know if they learn anything. And boss, leave Miller to me. If we manage to get some intel out of Quiet, that should satisfy him. In the meantime, get on the chopper. You need to head back to Afghanistan. Make contact with Emmerich.
That little dog's so cute. Now that cutscene and whole situation was really awesome. I have to say.
Please select a delivery point.
Okay, head over here to the medical field. I love that song. Excuse me. What's up, baby? is that tape?
You know why the boss is called Big Boss?
Everybody knows that. There was this unit in World War II called the Cobra, and the commander was a woman called the Boss. They say she was the mother of modern-day special forces. Anyway, so she defects to the Soviet Union. America's afraid she'll leak all kinds of military secrets, so they assign a man to kill her.
Yeah, our boss. Big Boss. And once the boss was dead, he was given the name to signify he had surpassed her.
He carried out a one-man infiltration of the Soviet Union, even though he was injured. He's one tough son of a bitch.
Yep. But I also heard that Boss was his mentor, and that they were involved. And that was why he turned his back on America.
He really has been through hell.
So you can catch conversations like this, which that one's a really awesome one. Probably my favorite right now. Gotta build this base here. Probably one of my favorites of all time. There's a bunch of funny ones, real ones, crazy ones, and just meaningless ones too. Throughout the game, it's just Easter eggs after Easter eggs. What up, bro? I don't know where that tape is.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Caution, heavy mist anticipated.
Alrighty, well. Minutes for that, it's a long time. Alrighty. We got more missions. I don't know if I
Please
want to go
select a
ahead and
mission.
do the main mission or just run and go ahead and contact Embrick here.
Weather will clear
There's a bunch
shortly.
of silly side missions. Also, that are really fun to do. Like, extract a lost sheep, really. It's an actual mission.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to
We can do
Afghanistan.
that. Let's go do that. Extract a sheep.
Deploying.
This is what my life has come to. Extracting sheep. But yeah, I had a good time today. Doing doing the charity event and just relaxing. Relaxing.
The map has been updated.
So, we're on a mission to extract the sheep. Legendary soldiers do for a living. So this is kind of like a unwind.
Careful down there, boss.
A real hardcore, intense battle. And I just want to go in here and extract the sheep.
Marker
That's
placed.
all. That's all. No problems. No stress. Just extract the sheep. That's all. Life could be that simple that all we had to do was extract sheep for a living. I think everything would be great. Just saying. But then you got guys like this trying to ruin my life. Just a sheep.
Analysis complete.
Target.
Hey man, there's some guys around here. Hey you, don't move. So you do the way I do when you're using this
Subject on
non-lethal
board.
weapons. It
Leave the
doesn't
rest to
sound
us.
as badass, but believe me, it's not so easy. You have to have a lot of talent to do those headshots consistently.
Enemy presence. Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
So, yeah, I did a quick side mission.
You have arrived at your destination.
I could
Development
continue
project
going
has
to this
been
one
added.
Or go to an actual mission. Let's see.
Please select a mission.
Like, I'm really close to this one. But it's supposed to be to destroy a bunch of trucks. And I'm like, actually, before I go ahead and do that, let's check my development. Let's see how much money do I have.
Please specify a project.
All I have is this and some C4. What do I have to do because I don't have anything else? Yeah.
Please select a mission.
Yeah.
Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
Actually, wait a minute. I can fast travel. If I utilize the fast travel. Where is the fast travel at? Short fast travel.
Roger that.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
Oh, because I'm on a mission. So during a mission you can't fast travel? Really? I didn't know that. Never really tried it. Lesson learned. I guess I'm gonna have to call out this mission and act like I'm going to a side mission and go to that mission anyways.
Marker placed. Marker removed.
Or not. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to forget about this whole idea. Somebody. I'm gonna call in a helicopter.
Support helicopter requested.
Getting later and later, and I'm at the point where I need some rest.
Extraction
I think I might do
arrived
one
at
more
Mother
mission and
Base.
then call it a day. Little sheep. Run them off. So, the summary of what has been happening. There's a lot going on here.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Buddy departing area of enemy cruiser detected. And that has been established.
Who were trying to kill me and everybody in there. We've hallucinated all these
Extraction
crazy,
arrived at Mother Base.
unbelievable scenarios with a man on fire chasing me down, trying to kill me. Some little floating boy who's always appearing everywhere. And I escaped with the help of the bandaged guy who disappeared after we crashed our ambulance, and some miracle Ocelot was there, and he's actually on my side, and he's helped me out ever since, and he brought me to my base, which is actually Commander Miller's, who started developing that, and sent me on a mission to rescue Commander Miller because he got caught and is being tortured and all this stuff's going on. I rescued Commander Miller. He lost his arm and leg and probably his mind. Then after that, I get after that I get sent on all these other missions to try to build an army for to fight off Cypher. Then after that
Please select a mission.
go ahead and pick this last one.
Mission accepted.
It's gonna be right here. Definitely gonna change up swagger. those are some of the situations I've been put in. And I lost my arm, of course, and I only have one eye, of course. But then I also went through a bunch of other things. Like, I don't remember anything, so people are just telling me what I should remember. So that's weird.
Boss, your objective is to eliminate as many enemy combat vehicles as you can. For this mission, we're backup for the guerrillas' offensive. That means our mission isn't over until theirs is. Keep an eye on the remaining time. Also bear in mind that you'll fail the mission if you don't take out a single vehicle. As for payment, the more vehicles, the bigger our paycheck. So give them a real fireworks show. Check the target's locations on your map. Once you've spotted incoming reinforcements, their location will be added to your iDroid too.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
So, is this the spot I usually go to? I think so.
Marker placed.
Right there. So I'm undermanned for this mission. I don't have the arsenal to destroy all these vehicles, but I'm gonna try. And while we do that, we're gonna have music. Some more audio to play.
Enemy presence.
Diamond Dog's intel team specializes in information gathering, mainly human and SIGINT. They plant scouts and moles in the field. These operatives will blend into the local populace and work under the guise of a resident, or disguise themselves as travelers and ask around for information. They observe targets using various hidden bugs, cameras, and transmitters.
Boss, I have a report from the intel team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent their predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
This data can also be used for threat assessment when deciding whether to accept contracts from certain clients. And during missions, the intel team keeps track of target locations and produces FOM predictions, reporting mission-critical information based on real-time remote observation of changes in the AO. What you hear from us over the radio is based on how we interpret the data gathered at the command platform. However, intel team operatives go unarmed in almost all situations to avoid revealing themselves to the enemy. Some will carry a knife, but most have nothing at all. As such, don't expect them to help you take on heavily armed adversaries like PF soldiers. Think of them as entirely passive in the hot zone. Plus, they use all manner of techniques to remain inconspicuous in the field. If you ever spot one, you'll have some serious explaining to do. So remember, their specialty is espionage. It may not be of use in a firefight, but when it comes to intel, they're pros.
Select supplies requested.
Miller. Wait a minute, did I not do these? Yeah, I did these.
Ocelot.
Yeah, I did these.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals,
Let's
but
hear
also
about the past.
Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.